Tony Crank and Shorty Corleone. Man, we have one of our very own on the show with us. We talking about percussionists, artists, man, musical entrepreneur. Like this guy travels the world. He takes the culture with him, put the culture on his back. And we're so happy to have him joining the show with us today, man. Malik Dope. Round of applause for our guy Malik Dope. Yes, sir, man. So many great things is going down in the world of percussion, in the world of Malik Dope, man. You got sticks,
Yes.
man. You've been like gracing the stage from America's Got Talent and so many other big platforms to showcase your talent. Man, thanks for joining the show today with us, man. How you doing?
Man, I am dope. I'm glad to be here with my brothers. You already know man, you know me since a while. You grew up with my father, just to give it a little personal energy. So, I'm really connected. So
Absolutely.
we locked in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So it was some energy that was floating around, in regards of you and your skill set and the level of artistry that you bring whenever you walk on set. And I said, man, I talked to Malcolm and I said, yo, I gotta get Malik on the line. And someone brought it to my attention, like, yo, you gotta check on Leak, right? So, and then when I saw what was happening, I didn't waste any time with reaching out and asking you to be on the show, so we can clear up what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know, what it is you do and how much you do for the community and giving back and working with the youth. But in your field of drumline and percussion, this is like a normal practice. Like we've seen the movies of drumline, right? And
Mm.
what happens. So um if no one is aware of what I'm talking about, there was a competition and our guy was in the building and he's always welcome to great stage to do what he do, right? It's always a pleasure to have him on stage. But there was some other energy that happened and I want to give Malik Dope an opportunity just to clear that up and share the background of the other artists who, to me, seemed like there were similarities in the approach, of creating them sounds. I'm being very diplomatic on how I tee this up, Malik. So talk to the people, bro. Let's get to the bottom of all this. Talk to the people.
And I would treat it diplomatic as well. But so there was a great competition that's been going on for years in New York called Battle in the Apple that hosts kids from different regions, not just New York. They come in and do the drumline battling, performance showcase. They have special guests perform. I've even over the years been a performer there and has done some great things and inspired the youth and been inspired by that culture up north as well. They're very talented. So this year I was in the building as a special guest. And they had an artist that I have been cool with before over the years because he's been inspired by me. I know people get triggered when you say fan but he's been heavily inspired by what I have done with my drum and dance style called Waywork, WAEWORK, Waywork. And so
So, so just to jump in there, so this is a whole culture that's being developed, and this thing is called like we got
it,
catchphrases and tags for what we do and go from pocket to socket to bounce beat.
yeah,
What you do is now has this tag called, if I'm
Way,
pronouncing it right, way work.
yes. And
Wow.
it's something that I would call more of a subgenre from things,
Okay.
elements
Okay.
that have already existed, like marching band and choreography dance or freestyle dance and just acrobatic prop like work with the drumsticks, tossing them, flipping them, doing stunts like that.
Right.
Um, and yeah, to give a little backstory on this, as I was a street performer, I started just playing around with what I already knew about this marching world and the creativity and drumming on music. But then from being from DC, Beat Your Feet, we have Beat Your Feet and
Right.
more specific move, the this and that, where he's like this and the cross leg part, right? I
Yeah.
started doing the beat your feet move, this and that, while drumming simultaneously. And I was on a portable snare drum that I call a porta snare, just to avoid any patent. There's already patents and stuff on these things, but it's just two top rim marching snare drum. I took the rest of the shell off because it could show the bottom and show the top and just be in the middle,
Smart.
right?
Okay.
Identity is key. So anyway, yeah, I was experimenting with that in the early levels of like 2012, 2013 as I was marching in Howard's drumline. And then as I moved away from Howard's drumline, I started being more a street performer and increasing my fame as, Instagram had just kind of popped off in those years. And yeah, so over the years, people have seen me amass a good amount of fame as that drumming, dancing guy,
Absolutely.
and
It's a show. You put on the show, bro. Yeah,
yeah,
and salute, man. I'm learning more. I didn't know you went to Howard. I didn't know you was, rocking out with
I,
the Howard. Yeah,
I
talk
didn't
to
go
me.
to Howard. I
Okay.
didn't go to Howard as a student, wasn't enrolled, but I was on the drum line. And I'm from Detroit. My mom went to Howard. I always wanted to share that HBCU
Okay.
experience.
Okay.
My grades weren't as good, because I was already
Hmm.
in the go-go band in high school, late nights. But I still had the opportunity because of my skill, because of the merit of my talent.
That's
So,
what's up. So what do they call, that right there? Is that like a fellowship?
well,
Like how
basically,
does other folks, have an opportunity to be a walk on, and bring that skill set to the marching band?
basically, I was presented because at that time I was enrolled in Prince George's County Community College, and
Right.
then you would do what is called like a transfer,
Yes, yes.
and
Okay.
they let similar people do that went to what's the other school in DC, UDC.
UBC.
They'll let people. This has been historically people have transferred from UDC to Howard, but
Okay.
they had that talent, and maybe Howard could use the numbers in the band, and with that talent, there's always been DC cats in Howard's drumline from long time.
Okay. Okay.
So that I presented it in that way. I ended up dropping out of PG community college because college just wasn't the route for me. It
Right.
wasn't more of an intelligence thing. It was just more about I think I can express myself a little faster and further in another avenue.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I still was able to be in the band because the merit of my talent and just what we were doing at that time. It was a good year, good time. So I was in a band
Absolutely.
2012 to 2015. And then, yeah, in that time, I started drifting off from that, get into the street performance that y'all seen me over the years, going viral every year, doing all types of stuff.
Right.
So to go back to this artist, that's from New York, that is also a talented percussionist and stuff. He's was inspired by me, there's been others, but some
So
others,
so you guys have like had conversations offline on the phone. Yo, you sharing your journey, like
yeah,
you're shortcutting his travels. So this wasn't the first time you met this guy. Like you didn't walk on stage and he's seeing you for the first time. In your eyes, there should have been no intimidation. Like you're thinking all good, because you've done this before.
yeah, I'm gonna speak on accountability parts as well. I'm gonna
Okay.
get
Okay.
I'm gonna get to it because there's some accountability I still have to take as well. But
Okay. Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
just know I was trying to keep it all drums, right? So
Right.
anyway, yeah, he's seen me over the years, but then he started as I've developed the WHUR style more and more, it's created an economic market for other drummers to actually feed themselves, take care of their family from
Okay.
this this novel form of percussion expression in our modern times, you know,
Right.
and so there's people that, you know, follow the wave and respected it, pay homage, and there's people that's like, eh, I'm doing this, and kind of try to take credit incorrectly, where and it's so hard sometimes to enforce people to pay homage because it can be invisible, it can be intangible sometimes. It's like you're just saying like pay me homage, but then what? Or if there's something tangible where you can come at them legally, then that's that. But sometimes there's little gray areas, right? So like I said,
Right.
this artist, he's seen it and we was cool and we had back and forth before, then got cool, but then like there's something about when the internet blesses us with attention that can also trigger and confuse our egos and, confuse our logic and our egos sometimes when we're being blessed with a certain moment of fame or high attention rate. So he had got some clout, as we call it, from this expression via like TikTok and some little bit Instagram and stuff. And I didn't have a problem with that. It's just that he was washing he was washing away my historic path that I charted, and been taking moves and putting it under his brand. I'm not going to give any attention to the brand and the names, but
I'm here.
he's been, doing that. And me, I've always been a person, just like at school, we always talk about cite the source, you know, cite the source is key. We all should do it. There's nothing new under the sun, but there is new ways of expressing yourself in the now time.
Yeah.
It hasn't been done in that way before. Just like we have a James Brown, Michael Jackson, a Chris Brown, you know, all and so
I
on.
get it. I'm right there with you, bro.
So when I do what I do, I make sure that I've done research to know where I've combined different elements from, and I'm presenting a new coordinate of artistic expression via percussion, right?
Right. Love
So
it.
yeah, so I have to be very key with my words as I have a leading influence as like, as I've seen others lead their influence. So I studied to make sure the wording is key. So anyway, get to the competition. I'm only there as a special guest. He's there.
So they have you like they know you were coming.
Yes.
You're a special guest. Like you're on
He
the
doesn't
on.
know because I told him don't announce it because uh I don't want any distractions of energy in that way.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
come in there, the
Okay.
kids gonna love it, the vibe.
Right.
But so he's
But
booked
the organizers had you slated to be a part of this whole presentation.
uh to be a part of it, but not as a performer, you know.
Okay.
So that's where I take accountability because I had a gripe with that artist. So I took it to like, you know what? Let's show the world since you've been doing this via internet and I'm a real person, I pull up. I'm real, I'm like that.
Let
It's
me holler at you. I'm hip.
yeah,
Yeah.
let me holler at you. It's from the environment I'm from. I'm really from that,
Right.
so
Yeah.
but I didn't come with any ill intent to cause negativity. It was for me all drums, but just because it's for me all drums, that don't mean it's for the next person sometimes. So yeah, I end up, he started the show, he doing what he doing. People already gonna know, like, oh, that's the jumping and all the stuff Malik do. You can, without me saying anything, you can visually see. I've seen that before. I've seen that's what ain't that what wait, what? And let him rock out. And I set my drum there, as you can see on video. I took the video off my page just because I don't want to cause too much confusion. Gotta do damage control where damage control is. But the statement is stated. Right. But yeah, I set up and I'm just like, all right, my turn, whatever. He then goes and kicks the drum, which was like that took it to a bad look in front of the kids, in front of the youth, in front of the parents, because people thought it was orchestrated. They thought it was like planned like that. And I take accountability for it. It wasn't my performance, but also I'm not gonna let somebody bureaucratically try to erase what I've worked so hard to present to people, and then not pay homage and impersonate in that way.
Yeah. 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 I saw it. And being from the culture that we in go-go, this happens. This is what we do. Like we call it, it's a jam session. Like, especially, if the percussion is locked in, there's another percussionist in the building, like we welcome, what I'm saying, that energy, right? Of the drum line type vibe, rocking out with the drummer and the band doing the shots. You know what I'm saying? It just elevates the night. So I knew what that play was,
Yeah.
but I wasn't expecting to see the unsportsmanlike energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what took me by like, whoa, whoa.
Surprised too.
Like I
'Cause I
said, damn, that looked like my man moves off all day. So to see that, I was like, okay,
yeah.
somebody really ain't ready for what they think they're ready for. Cause
Me
that was an opportunity to scale this thing up, right?
Yeah.
not to present that energy. Because we know we are trying to uh, uh um send that energy the other way versus how fast that could have escalated. So I salute you, you know what I'm saying, on how you handled that, first of all. You know, I would like to see like a competition, you know,
I have
let's
some.
settle this on a higher level. And this is a drumline energy, so let's give it the drumline platform of competition, of friendly beat competition, right? Showmanship, right?
Yeah. I have a tournament that is being developed.
Okay.
I won't say the name right now because I had to switch the name up to avoid, infringement on other names
Yeah.
you got to search them up. But I will be having a percussive tournament that I will be bringing to DC, that hosts just not just drumline percussion battling and
Yeah.
showcasing, but all the arts, go-go, Latin and African and and so forth. You just the whole art of percussion on showcasing and in competition form,
Yeah.
in a novel way that I hope has not been done before, but I try my best to be very creative in that part. So, but yes, to go back to that day, I think it could have been a very great moment even for the battling the apple competition, even though I understand their frustration of what that led to. If we would have just battled out, that would have been so great.
That'd been an awesome takeaway, and they get to see how DC
Great
do it. Yeah, because
publicity.
when you walked up, what I'm saying, I could feel where it was going, but man, hopefully he gets the memo and get the memo fast. You know what I'm saying, on how to stay current, how to stay in position, and how to utilize these moments for greatness, versus there's not enough room, for several like-minded individuals to win,
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of money out here. It's a lot of people, 8 billion people, and it's more money than the people, you know.
Yeah,
So we all
yeah,
can get some. And but we must pay homage where homage is due, and sometimes you have to do what I would call a little bit of risky work or un unfiltered work to the others,
unscripted, right?
scripted. And
It has
I'm
to be out of the box. It got to be, a little shock value to it to
yeah.
to to get the message across. Like
I-
it, I don't know, man. Maybe we need to invite the dude down. You know what I'm saying? Or have him come to
in
the
my
go go and,
in
and
my
see how
tournament
this happens. You know what I mean?
in my
Like,
tournament, I think that would be the best way to do it. I'm working on organizing that and getting the funds. Gonna lock in with some grant situations, all that. Use my resources of the city because we're
yeah,
in DC. It's federal playground in the best way. I'm talking.
I'm
You
here.
get to use the creative resources that we have. So, I'll be getting all that situated very soon. And also, yeah, like you said, hopefully he can you know, see that I'm not playing. I'm never a joke. I'm not to be played with. But and also let's bring it to a higher level because the youth deserve that. The people
There you
watching
go.
deserve
Yes, yes, they do. Yes, they do,
non-confusion
man. We're gonna figure out how to
show.
do this big boy style. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And still, share some knowledge along the way.
Still settle our differences, because
Yeah,
we have to talk, there's a lot of controversy that happens, but we have to settle our differences for real and in the most mature ways. Like boxers have boxing matches, kung fu, karate, Muay Thai, whatever, UFC, martial arts showcases, and those people are mad, but they get a showcase in a legal way, in a protected sanctuary way that the people can, let's bring it to the Coliseum. Let's bring it to the Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on. We ain't got to fight. We ain't got to do all that. Because the thing is, I want to see that guy keeping going. I want to see all the drummers inspired by me, whether they pay homage or not. I want to see them keep it going. I want them young brothers and sisters
yeah, yeah,
going. I want them flourishing. It's not
yeah.
that. It's just that if you're not paying homage, I got to stand on business too. Because the cell phone companies stand on business. They be battling right in front of us all day. They be like,
All day.
I'm the better network company. I'm the better. They do it with commercials, you know.
Yeah,
So we must find a way and keep finding ways to sell our differences in a legal, positive route, but also showing that there was, because it's a part of life. People have problems with each other, and they somehow settle differences. This has been going on for centuries.
Man, do you understand the greatest composers from Mozart and those guys, that was creating and writing music and doing concert style plays, etc. Like they had the biggest riffs and beefs. You know what I'm saying? And but they found a way to sell it. So this is ongoing. This is nothing new
Yeah.
with creatives. You know what I'm saying?
So for
Yeah.
me, it ain't over with me and him. If we can come to a collaborative way, that's cool. I just need to make sure, because I got receipts too, like off of the social media, and I don't put that out there like that, but I got dates and timestamps and receipts, you know.
Yeah,
So
man. And I salute you, man. Fly high. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna have an opportunity to present itself in such a way that the people can get some entertainment out of it, which is what you were providing. You know what I'm saying? That day you walked on there with the drums, but a lot of times, man, like some folks are not comfortable within themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that defense mechanism just kicks in, and they shut down a good thing before it even gets an opportunity to show the worth of it all, So man, salute to you and all that you're doing, man, and man, and salute to how you handled that situation. Um, and I want to see this thing on a big stage. I would like to see it positioned and presented the way you just said. You know what I'm saying? From how they do the boxing matches, like runners, have races, tennis players get on the tennis court, you know what I'm saying, and so forth, so on. But you may be on to something where
oh,
this becomes an annual something of competition, of the best of the best,
that's the
right?
goal. That's the
Yeah,
goal.
man. And from marching bands to drum lines, everybody's in attendance, and it all leads to the finale. You know what I'm saying? Of winner takes all kind of thing, man. So I
Yeah,
see where it's going, and the octagon percussion battle, whatever that is, like good
yeah.
money.
Yeah, so that's that, and it's needed because we have to show all facets of life in
Yeah,
those ways, the positive, and like I said, turn we got to be alchemists for when it's the negative time comes. We must make sure we create and use that energy appropriately so we all can keep ushering forward greatness, forward arts, forward, you know what I'm saying? We gotta
absolutely.
we have things that are against us, violence in the streets, confusion with the youth. They don't need any more of that, you know what I'm saying? And so we all have a duty to make sure we're representing the right way, while
Yeah.
at the same time showing them, dang, what do you do when somebody is imposing on you, or a thief is this or that, or somebody's bullying, or, is a different, how do you settle these differences when you can't do it the Proverbs way? In a sense, how do you go about it and get creative and manage your emotions at the same time?
That's what it is right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you let the emotions of it all, take over the mind, like, yeah, you're working, against yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But I have a strong feeling it's going to get to the level of visibility the proper way, on some of the things we just discussed. I hope the right people are listening that can possibly, put this together or support this next level of percussion engagement, man. But that will be the worth the price of admission, to hey man, settle it, with some drumsticks, you know what I'm saying?
we're gonna bring it to our home. We're gonna bring it to the city. And invigorate that energy here.
Yeah,
It definitely shook the percussion world, like in this percussion groups and stuff like that. And it definitely did the shock value that everything I did was intentional, as I stated.
right.
May not be the best way about going about things. I could be accountable as on man time about it, and how I, went about it, where I won't do it again. But the statement was stated, that goal was complete. I also had to make sure, because it's parents and all that stuff, they're in attendance in that event. They didn't know what was going on like that. The first they may have thought that that's just going to happen. So they're like, wow. But then when the little bit of violent behavior, antics start happening, that confusion happens. But once again, the resolutionary way is what I'm about to do in the competition. And I will be inviting the drummer and others who I'm cool with and people that I'm not cool with. But
Yeah.
it's not gonna be it's gonna be security there. They won't have to fear for their lives. I won't fear for mine. And
Yeah.
this will be a goal where we can hug, where we can, what I'm saying,
Sportsman. Yeah, yeah, sportsmanship.
come as one, settle our differences. Even if somebody gets off on me on my style more, and be like, bless. Like that's what it's for.
Yeah, man.
It's for
Yeah.
the progression of
Yeah.
something further than me. I ain't about to be doing this when I'm 60 in the same way.
Yeah.
Healthily wise, I want to be able to do it, but I want to usher in the next generations. It's
Yeah.
you know, legacy, So
I love it.
we're gonna bring it there, man. I don't know if we about to end the segment or nothing, but like I said, I'm on some Black History mode, right? I am the first Black percussionist from the DMV area to have their own marching drumstick, and this is with the #1 drumstick company, Vic Firth. So I really appreciate if everybody goes to my website. What I'm saying, they're just $20, what I'm saying, cop. These are actually about to be discontinued soon. So they're gonna actually be a collector's item of the history and time of what
Successfully.
I'm doing. So hop on it now. I have some other special initiatives that I'm launching with this as well in the crypto space. Getting very creative with the next era of some things. So
Absolutely.
you go to www.dopewae.com. Dopewae is spelled DOPEWAE. www.dopewae.com. You can see the sticks and get them right there, and just leave them on the shelf or rock out with them or both. You know.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So Malik, for people to catch up with you, what's your IG handle and
Yeah,
any other ways they can, catch up with Malik?
yeah. You
Malik
can
Dope.
catch up with me. Literally, just Google Malik Dope to make it easy for the ones that don't have IG, don't have Facebook, don't have TikTok, don't have YouTube. You
Okay.
Google Malik Dope. It'll take you to my website. It'll take you to my social media handles. Just Malik MALIKDOPE, and my SEO will do the rest. You can see everything.
Bet, man. I want to thank Malik Doe for hanging out with us with Crank Shorty Corleone. On behalf of Malcolm Xavier, man, we salute you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your foot on the gas. You know what I'm saying? You've been chosen to walk this path and lead and inspire a lot of others. And man, I salute you for accountability, taking action, but also just being a grown man about everything, dog. So salute you and your family, man. Blessings and blessings continue to you.
Love, bless.
Say what? Say what? Bet.
We
All
are
right,
good.
bro. Thanks, Malik. We'll hit you up towards the end of the week to let you know about this Saturday. We're gonna try to get this implemented into the show. It airs 12 midnight on Saturday, and 9 to 10 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday on Sirius XM. But we're gonna get you the information as soon as we get a chance to, chop everything up and yeah, put it in the show.
Bet. Thank you again. Both of y'all, Shorty, Malcolm, both my good brothers. Appreciate it, man. We vibing. Yeah, just keep all the real stuff in there. They gotta know it, know the scoop, know the
Oh,
vibe,
absolutely.
you
Yeah.
know. And because I need them to understand us and understand when we go diplomatically and go to other cities and places. Because I put DC on my back everywhere I go. You know
I'm
what I'm
here. I'm
saying?
watching. And
Yeah,
as the world is watching, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, yo, you're killing it, dog. Like, that's what I say. Keep your foot on the gas. Like, you're a one-man show. You know what I'm saying? You've been on um, the Tiny Desk joint, man. Like that was good money.
Right, energy.
You feel me? So, and someone got to teach that brother, right? Like, if this thing is called in life is called relationship capital, right? And it's keeping your relationships intact, right? He doesn't know if you got to call up in two places at one time, right? And they wanted that. You get your consultant fee or your business,
And
whatever.
I do that. That's the nepotism I'm talking about. I do that, but if you messing up relationship, you don't get
Yeah,
out.
that's what I mean. And that's the thing, right? So when we go into the classroom, I talk to the kids immediately about relationship capital, right, is about like befriending, and continue to befriend, but also like over deliver and over promise, so they know who to call without thinking twice about anything, right?
Nah,
You,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So hopefully this guy gets some life hacks on how to scale and what not to do, but more importantly, you know what I'm saying, how to continue to play in the sandbox with others, right? That's it, right? That's the key to life. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying? Is how you maintain that time that you got to be in the sandbox with somebody else. And what
exactly.
you mentioned earlier, we all don't see eye to eye. We all don't, this, that, and the third. And people do all that, etc. But while we in the sandbox, real quick, yo, we gonna spin this, and you can step off and do you. I'm gonna do me. But right now, it's about the people that's watching, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, man, I'm looking for this thing to turn into a bigger platform to showcase all you doing, man. And anytime you wanna, share something that's coming down the pike, man, give us a hit. And yeah, we got a platform and a space and a place for the world to hear what you're doing.
for sure, man. And love, man. And yeah, just hit me up, y'all. Whatever you need, far as media wise, just hit me up, and then
You
we
got it,
lock it. Yeah, I'm gonna
my
go.
man.
I got some drumstick sales from all that stuff too. Now I gotta go do fulfill some orders.
Say
So
what? Say what? See what I'm saying? I said something bigger gonna come from it. Cause I
yeah,
know your soul, dog. I know you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know what you bring to the room. I know the energy. You know what I'm saying?
You know
So
where I come from. You know who I come from.
say what? Say what? Yeah.
So